All right, so we're getting ready to pour the slab. Everything is laid out, so I just wanted to share what's going on here. We've got 4 inches of insulation, high density board, so 2 times 2 inches. On top of that, there's a plastic vapor barrier, and everything's been taped up in the joints. And then we put wire mesh, and the purpose of that wire mesh is really just to hold the tubes for the heated floor. I prefer that system over the green pucks for a couple of reasons. So these tubes are all tie wrapped. It's kind of a pain to install it, but I like the result. And these little off rooms here, they're separate. That's why you've got these sort of pipes going over. These are separate zones. And as you can see, there's wood here. We're basically doing the pour in 2 stages. So first we're doing the big room here, and then we'll do all the little off rooms and also the back part over there. Here, same thing. It's blocked off. There's a chalk line. There's urethane. Reason being, like, if you got a big slab in this room and a slab in that room, the weakest link is going to be that skinny hallway. So done it here as well, and over there. And yeah, this section is also blocked off. That'll be part of the second pour. And we ordered more concrete than we need. It really is not good to run out of concrete when you're pouring, so we made this form here with a hole in the back and a little bit of wire mesh that's ready, and some rods, and whatever we have left, we're going to just fill that hole, because eventually I want this to be a stone staircase, so that hole's going to need to get filled anyways. So that's where the extra concrete goes. Here's sort of the machine room and the washrooms. A lot of stuff going on. There's some drains here. Zern drains, and they're just taped up so they don't get concrete in them. So we got, drains for sinks. We got the toilets. And here we've got sort of the center for all the tubing. And all of these are for the heated floor. And those are all connected to this header up top, to this tube, which goes into the compressor. And it gets compressed. Right now it's at 60 pounds. It's been like that for a couple of days, so it's holding well. And we've got the other water mains over there that are under pressure. Reason being, if you're working in this environment and you're stepping on the tubes, they become much harder under pressure, but also when you're pouring concrete, it's so heavy that having pressure in the tubes prevents them from squishing. So these are the hot and cold water mains. We've got the new copper entry. We've got gas lines running under the slab, and these 4 electrical cables are running under the slab as well, and they basically turn into plugs that we've inset into the stone wall. So the wires run underneath the insulation up into a little trench that we dug and filled it with mortar. Here's another plug. So there's plugs all around, and yeah, it's coming along. This is the kitchen area, and basically, oh, I think I forgot to turn on one light. There we go. In the kitchen area, we've got basically conduits that are run from the panel, so we can run some wires for everything. We've got gas coming in, and we've got water mains coming in and drains, and then we've got water going upstairs, and that's basically going to be the only apparent thing in this room, is sort of a cast iron pipe that will cover a drain and the water going upstairs. Everything else is going to be just stone walls. So even from here, which is part of the kitchen, we've got the water getting to it and then going back under to the kitchen island, as well as the electrical conduit that will source from here. So it goes from the panel out here and then back in to the island, and then the drain for the island. So a lot of time spent thinking about this. There's another little drain there with water. Don't know what it's going to be, but when you're at it, it's just easier to add stuff if you think there might be something in the future. So we got a couple of future drains, including in like in this room, for instance. In this room, drain here, 3-inch, and if ever there would be a need for a washroom upstairs, you could run a pipe straight up and across, and the washroom would be somewhere over there. And yeah, you could cover that with a cast iron pipe, make it a bit more elegant. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. The pours tomorrow morning, so this whole big room will be covered in concrete. Actually, the one last step is that there is wire mesh that goes on top of this, and that wire mesh gets lifted into the concrete. And the reason why it's not on yet, it's just because it makes it really cumbersome to walk on. It's already really annoying to walk through these tubes, and it makes it a bit risky to walk on bits of wire mesh which are sitting on tubes. So there's a pile of wire mesh there, and we're getting ready to do that today. And tomorrow is concrete day.